Nova Color paint. Let me show you how I use it. Okay, here we go. The first reason I love Nova Color paint is it comes in these giant tubs. This is 1 quart. This was probably like 20 something dollars. So imagine I have like what's been 2 years so far worth of yellow green. It's still half full. You know, so $20 gets you a year's supply of paint of one color. I mean, depending on how you use it, unless you're doing murals. Here we go, yellow green, so pretty. So this is how I use it. Okay. I buy these little containers at Ben Franklin, the art store. And then you'll get to see why Nova Color paint's so awesome. Like, so reason number 2. It comes already so, like, liquefied. See that? Okay. So now I have this cool yellow green. And I can go yellow, green. Woo! Now I have my paint in these cool little containers. And, well, I'll show you why it's cool that these containers are this size too. Just a first reason to use the containers. I can take an entire live art to go set of paint in this tiny container. Pretty good reason, right? So I have these little containers here because I like to dip my brush right into there. I like to use Nova Color paint straight up, how it is, how it comes out. That's how I've always used it. In addition to adding tons of water to it. Recently I've been using matte medium, but because I've always used water, matte medium has been making my art turn to mud because of all the transparent layers. But I know that there's a benefit of it, and so far doing faces has really helped me get those subtle layers in. Anyways, so let's go to using it. Okay, sometimes you'll notice the canvases have a little buckle in them. And some people will tell you to do like a wash on it of color to get that to come out. But, fun fact, you can just use water. You can put it on the front or the back. Why not do both? Speed it up. Alright, now it's totally soaked. Alright. Okay. Get a little DJ scratch in there. Just kidding. Okay, not really. So, let's do the yellow green we just made with cerulean blue. Let's make what I call plaid. So I guess I'm sneaking an art lesson in here. Okay, let's go with a filbert. What's a filbert? A filbert is like a rounded top. Giant filbert. And then, oh gosh, where are they? They're so good. Mini filbert. Oh yeah. Favorite brush. Hashtag. Okay. So let's go with the biggest one first. Just for fun. One of the classic rules. Even though we try not to follow those. Okay. You'll notice it's like buckling from all the water, but it's going to work itself out. Okay. Here's my yellow green. Remember, this is just Nova Color straight out of the package. So it came in the mail. I put it in this jar, and now I'm using it. I want to do some weird stripes across my art. Get some paint on there. I think it's always like a really therapeutic to do these, like, I don't know, hash marks, tic-tac-toe symbols, plaid. I mean, plaid's funny. because of Spaceballs. I mean, right? Okay, so boom. Okay, so that's Nova Color mixed with a lot of water. I am going to let that completely dry. Okay, that's like partially dry enough for me. Okay. Another filbert. Just gonna grab this cerulean so that you can see how pretty it is. And now, I don't know if you've followed me or watched my art or what I like to do, but I really like to add drips and kind of like mess the art up and then try to like refine it again after it's all messed up. It's kind of this thing that has developed. And I wanted to show you how many shades this like cerulean is pretty in. This is just water because that's what I do. I just add water. Okay, now let's drip some water. I'm just getting any towel I can find here. And I'm gonna put a paint up here. Oh cool, you can still see the whole thing. Alright, now I'm just gonna grab a new paintbrush, add a bunch of water to it, and watch this. Now I'm gonna tell you, even if Nova Color themselves came on here and told me that's not how you're supposed to use our paint, I would still use it this way. This is like fun for me, right? And you'll see kind of like no matter what I do to it, it won't lose its like vibrance, the colors themselves. Let's do orange. Oh yeah, that's cool. If we can get some under this drip, it'll drip down through it the next time we add water. Maybe one right here. Oh, I really just made my paint dirty. Fix it. Okay, so now I have these big paint blobs on here, right? My plaid's starting to plaid. Feel that? Ooh, that was good. Okay. Kind of wipe most of the paint off, but not all the way. And let's go. What's gonna happen? Ooh, that's pretty cool. Can you see it picking up the blue? What's gonna happen when it hits that? What's gonna happen when it hits that big one? Oh, it went down the side. Cool. I wish there was like a way. How can I tell it to go right down the middle? Just tell it to. Oh, that was so cool. Satisfying. Definitely recommend using paint this way. Nova Color paint. And they don't pay me to say that yet, but pretty soon they'll consider it. Okay, that's really pretty. I almost want to leave that. What should we add in this to finish it off? Just kidding. We're pretty close though, right? I mean, it already looks pretty. Okay, brand new paintbrush. Always when I'm getting white. And now I'm just going to go over every spot that has white with this mix of white. playing like hide the spot. I actually don't mind those spots, but they trigger a lot of my artist friends. This spot here, oh, I like it. What if I left it? What if I broke all the rules and the art still turned out cool? Alright, we gotta do at least one white drip. Corner here. That was cool. Okay. Why do I keep hitting the camera thing? Ready? White drip. Where are you gonna go? Where you going, little white drip? Oh yeah, look at that. Whoa. Now that is doing some weird stuff. Okay, so now you know how I do these like plaids and drips. Cool? And if you want to know like how I have my table set up, I will keep going just for a second. Okay? I'm gonna leave that there though because, oh gosh, I'm gonna keep messing with it, right? Oh my gosh, stop doing it. Stop touching it. Right there. Oh yeah. Right there. Gosh, really, I'm going too far. Okay, stop. Brushes down. Alright, so now I'm going to let that drip and see what happens, what it turns into. A lot of people tell me to not use so much water in my art, but this makes me feel good to make art like this, so who are you to tell me to not feel good? That's how I feel about that. Okay, let's put some caps back on. Bust in some caps. And cap. And did anyone notice that I didn't use this palette paper one time to make this painting? I just dipped directly into these things. Okay. And then I just dipped my paint brush with the paint on it directly in the water. Ooh, I know, it's so experimental. Cover that. Let me just show you my setup. So when I'm traveling, I use this brush case. It holds just enough. These are cool. Recommend. And then, like I said, when I'm traveling or I'm going to a different room in my house, I have this little thing that almost all the colors I'll need for a painting can fit in. Okay, so to my left I have a palette paper here with all my colors around it. To the left of that, oh, can I turn this? Oh, right above this we have water with a towel on it. I don't use paper towels. I don't think anyone needs paper towels for art. Fuck that. Okay, here's all my paints. And then here's my brushes I want to use on this painting. On one of these microfiber cloths that you can get for like cleaning your house. They last forever. Water in a tub that used to hold like, I don't know, hot and sour soup. That's what I'm guessing. And sometimes when I'm mixing colors, like this is a color I use all the time, like a face highlight. This is yellow ochre. Boop. Mixed with titanium white. That's what I use for my like cheek shadow. So I will, if I want to make a mix, I'll open up the bigger ones, use my palette knife, scrape it into here, wipe it off, palette knife, scrape it into here, wipe it off. That's how I do all my mixed colors. So that's why I don't use an actual like put out paint and let it go to waste. I don't know what colors I'm going to do. But if I like a mix and I use it all the time, I'll make it over and over again in one of these little tubs. And then the palette knife is also cool because when you want to clean one of these tubs off, because Nova Color gets these like skins, it's hard to explain. But you can use the palette knife, I don't even know if I can do it right now, to completely clean that thing back to clear. See how easy it wiped off? So if you're using Nova Color paint, a palette knife is your friend. It keeps you from getting a brush dirty every single time you mix paint or transfer paint. Because the more paint stuck in your brush, the more muddy the paint color looks. This painting is actually turning out really cool. I like this color combo. It's very springtime, right? I want it to be full on spring. I'm ready. I have right here. Oh, I'm going to show you. I can do a live demo right here. I have this. This is white, titanium white, mixed with water. And I'm going to add more water to it to make it really runny. Okay? Because I wanted to show you something. So let's just say this is 50% water, 50% titanium white. Palette. See, I'm not getting a brush dirty. How cool is that? I don't have to have a dirty brush. And there. It's ready for next use. So I have this really, really, really wet white. This, if you do that, you can do the sanding Nova Color paint, 50-50 it with water. I'm sure they don't recommend that. This is what I'm telling you, how I use it. So on a hot sunny day, if I'm doing live art at a festival in Grass Valley, and it's 100 degrees, this paint is still totally fun and easy to paint with. Because you can add so much water, and it holds its everything. Opacity, value, brightness. It's pretty cool how much this paint lets me do what I want. Okay, and I always just add a little water to make that run faster. And people cringe sometimes when they see how much water I've added. The only thing I've found that works as good as water is airbrush medium. Right? But because of how I work with the paint, airbrush medium means I have to put some down here on this palette paper. Right? There goes my medium. And then I have to get my titanium white. And then I have to like mix it in here. Right? And then I have to like smoosh it around and get enough on the paintbrush. But look, it'll act just like water. So what you're seeing here on this drip, this is airbrush medium and titanium white. No water. The airbrush medium goes a little glossy, and I just started using it. So of course I recommend it, but I don't know why I still like my art to be kind of matted looking, and maybe I solve that by just doing whatever the hell I want and then using matte varnish at the end, right? I mean, who knows? But when this whole thing dries, I'll take a picture and add it to the end of this video close up so you can see what the hell happened. Okay? I'm so glad you watched my little art demo, and I could tell you a couple reasons why I like Nova Color paint. You can use it in extreme hot, extreme cold. It does what you want. You add water and it doesn't go clear. It stays true, and that's not true with matte medium. It goes clear. So keep trying it and playing around with it. Ask me questions in the comments, because I will either make a video for you or I'll just tell you in the comments. I'm always up on my YouTube. Thank you for subscribing to support me. It means a lot. Thank you. Bye.